Mario Kart has dominated the kart racing scene for the better part of 30 years, and so it's about time that we finally got some competitors. During the PlayStation 2 and original Xbox era, we did actually have some competitors. Sonic R, for example, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, even Crazy Frog made a couple of racing games. So, yeah. But last generation, we didn't really have much kart racing. Well, at least 2 generations ago, the PS3 and the Xbox 360, when that era came around. I guess the best one I could really say is maybe Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, or F1 All-Stars Racing, whatever that was called. Not good enough. And of course, last generation, we virtually had nothing. I mean, the Garfield kart, Team Sonic Racing, whatever. But with KartRider Drift, this has been in development since 2019, I think, and it was on Xbox for a closed beta for here and there for a few years. I think in December last year they finally had a beta on PlayStation 4, and now we are here in September 2022, and KartRider Drift has entered open beta. So since it's open, I suppose we can make content on it. If we can't, and a KartRider Drift developer is watching this, kindly tell me to private the video, I will. But yeah, for this video, we're going to be talking about my thoughts on the beta, which I played about 15 minutes of, or about, yeah, somewhere around that area. I played about 15 minutes of it today. As you can tell, this video is off the cuff. I'm not using a script or anything like I usually do. I just want to tell you all my thoughts right after I just got off the game, and I'm going to jump back on because I genuinely think this game is pretty good. So the game starts you off with this neat little cutscene before throwing you into a tutorial, and this is where you can really get to grips with how the game handles. And to be quite frank, I already prefer the handling model over a game like Mario Kart. I think Mario Kart, over the years, has pretty much become the same game over and over. Like, I play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch, or at least I have played it, and I didn't get as much fun out of it as I did with Mario Kart Wii, for example, or even Mario Kart DS, because quite frankly, the games just haven't changed enough over the 8 installments. KartRider, I've never played another KartRider game. That's a lie. I have played around 15 minutes again of KartRider Rush Plus, which is the mobile version of this game, but I think they're going to replace Rush Plus with Drift, because this is also on mobile in the beta. You can pretty much get it on any platform in beta. Not sure about Switch, actually. I don't think you can get it on Switch. Not that you would need to, and not that anybody would play it, and I don't think Nintendo would let that happen anyway. Like, imagine letting a competitor to their own IP on their platform. I don't know, it'd be a bit strange. But yeah, this is where you learn how to use items. Pretty much it's the same concept as Mario Kart, but it feels like this game is supposed to be like a more competitive version of the game, of course. But yeah, you guys know what tutorials are. Basically, you learn how to use items, you learn how to drift a little bit. Something I don't like about this game is how it forces you to use drift assist at first, because you need to unlock a certain license. You move up in licenses in terms of like levels or whatever. There's also a battle pass equivalent sort of thing, which I will touch on in a second. But yeah, one thing I don't like right off the bat is how it forces you to use an assist that you don't like. Obviously, you can see the gameplay here, where obviously I'm not that good at drifting, but that's what like video games are about. Like, you're not supposed to be good at video games right off the get-go. You're meant to learn how to play it, and then eventually get pretty good at the game. And I don't want to have to use assists, you know? I used assists when I was a child for video games, but now as a 20-year-old, almost 20-year-old, playing video games, I don't like to use assists in tutorial. Like, I want to do the tutorial, and that should be it. I shouldn't have to keep using the stabilizers, if you will, after already learning the lesson, you know. Hopefully they change that, because I don't want to have to use drift assist, because let me get better at the game first, okay? Please let me get better at the game. I don't want to use drift assist. Went on a bit of a tangent there. Moving on. After the tutorial, it puts you into the lobby and you start to learn how you get rewarded for certain stuff. So you get all these starter characters and carts from the get-go, which I do like. I don't want to have to just use one thing. It's nice to use different characters. Is there a split screen version of this game? Who knows? I don't know just yet. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, this way you get daily rewards as well, which I do like. If there's one thing about mobile games that I really like, is daily rewards. You know, just rewarding you for hopping on the game. I like that a lot, you know. It's more of an incentive to log on at the very least and get some rewards. And I actually really like the rewards for the daily rewards right from the get-go. I don't know how much time there is left of the beta. It's probably, I think, 3 days, 11 hours. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to get that toilet looking cart, but I would love it, and it would be nice to flex, because I'm guessing those beta rewards would be exclusive to beta players. And then again, I just want to say I'm so glad to finally be playing this. I remember when PlayStation Grenade announced this was going to be a free-to-play kart racer with kart customization, which I touch upon a little bit in this footage, but not too much. It wasn't something I was fully focused on. It's something I acknowledged that was there. I'm glad it's there, because I mean, it's more personalization to karts and stuff, and I like that in racing games. You know, it makes it, you can add a touch of you to it, obviously. But I like the characters and how they look. I'm a fan of it. Here you can see in the footage I was trying to figure out how to turn off the drift assist again, because I noticed it put it back on after the tutorial. You can't, like I said, you can't turn that off. Again, it's something I don't like. But yeah, here's where you look at all the characters. You've got Brodor, you got Dow, of course. Dow's the most well-known KartRider character. He's on the front cover, obviously. So obviously, I went with Dow, or I don't know how to pronounce his name, whatever. But I'm going to go with Dow. I think it's pretty cool. You got some emotes here and there. I don't mind emotes, of course. I think people shit on emotes now because of Fortnite and all that, but emotes have been around for years and years and years. I remember, well, I don't remember, but I know games like Saints Row the Third, which was made in 2011, had emotes. So I don't mind emotes as long as they don't go overboard with it, like dancing, Fortnite dancing and stuff. Like, just don't go overboard with it. That's all I'm saying. I do like the first few carts we get. Although I feel like we should have had a little bit of a better choice. But again, like, I really have so little to complain about with this that I'm complaining about little things here, you know? There's really not much to complain about with this game from a first impressions perspective. And I mean, it's a win-win for whatever game comes out like this, because again, like, most people want to play Mario Kart, but what is the point in getting a Nintendo device just to play Mario Kart, you know? Especially if, like, Mario Karts are virtually the same across the board. If you have a Nintendo Wii, or if you have Mario Kart on the DS, it's virtually like you've got the Mario Kart experience. It doesn't matter. But you can't play Mario Kart on console, PlayStation 4, Xbox, etc. And it's nice to have a little competitor here. So here is the quote-unquote item mode. So these are your normal races. There's also license, time attack, and custom races. There's also speed mode, but that's locked. I haven't tried the other three modes. I've only tried item mode. I played one race on this, and I had a little fun with it. Here we were checking out the license modes. So you can view it, of course, and you'll have the opportunity to have a look how much you need to do to complete those licenses. And to be fair, obviously you need to complete that to you need to complete that and the B1 license to be able to get drift assist. And to be fair, judging from the B2 license, the challenges don't seem too difficult. But then again, I must ask, what is the point of not letting us turn drift assist off? But again, that is only the real only major issue. So we're almost 10 minutes in, and now we get to talk about the proper gameplay. So I wanted to go right into squads, because with Mario Kart, I'm very used to playing alone. I've played with members of family and friends here and there, but I've 95% of the time played alone. So I wanted to hop into squads, which is really dope that you can do that. Pretty saddening that you can only face AI right now. I don't know. Then again, I've only played 15 minutes. I played one race. I played two. The other one I didn't record. It was completely against AI. But yes, this is a squad of players against AI. I kind of ignored the whole squad thing. I think it was pretty standard that we would beat the AI anyway. I doubt the AI was very difficult, and from my experience, the AI isn't that difficult. It's quite balanced, actually. I do like the difficulty here. It's pretty much like Mario Kart, but it doesn't go overboard with the items. See, the thing with Mario Kart is that you could be first place right near the end of the race, and then somebody magically gets a blue shell or a bullet, and suddenly, like, well, we'll talk more in the blue shell case, suddenly you finish in like 5th place. It can change with a snap of the finger, and it wasn't so much of an issue in the older Mario Karts, like the one on DS and the Wii, but I know with Mario Kart 8, for example, it is very infuriating. Now, I haven't experienced that at all with KartRider. Again, I've played 2 races, and spoiler alert for those who are watching the gameplay, I won both of them, and I haven't experienced that. There is a sort of weapon that can hit you and stop you in your tracks, but the good thing about KartRider, from what I've seen, is that you actually have to target the person before you actually fire at them. So, for example, things like the blue shell, it couldn't exist in KartRider because they don't have those types of items, and those are not only game breaking but also frustrating in Mario Kart, and it's good to not see them here. And I'm sorry that I'm comparing it with Mario Kart, but Mario Kart is such a behemoth that you just have to compare it. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto when comparing games like Watch Dogs and Saints Row, etc. So and that's unfortunate because some games really shouldn't be compared. I mean, Saints Row shouldn't be compared to GTA at this point. There's enough difference, but you know what I mean. But yeah, the race was pretty standard. Again, this is just beta, and to be quite honest with you, I'm loving it. I think it's great. I wasn't frustrated with it. It seems fair and balanced, and that was something that kind of killed Mario Kart for me personally. I couldn't play Mario Kart anymore because it just seemed unbalanced with the items. And like I said earlier, you don't have items like the blue shell. With the vast majority of items in this game, you actually have to target a person before doing anything. And I think that is probably the strongest part. It's such a small detail, but it's game changing. It really is game changing because, like I said, it's frustrating and sort of game breaking in Mario Kart. It just isn't fair. You could be leading the entire race because of how good you are, and then, you know, it could just end like that. Now KartRider does have something like that. It has the magnet, but that's pretty much it. And the magnet's pretty fair. You could block someone trying to overtake you with the magnet. That's about it. I like it. See ya.